Oracle. What should they call her? What should they call her? Oracle. Hey, 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 hey. Grand Risings. Good afternoon. How is everybody? I need my glasses. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. We're going to get after it. We're going to see what's going on. How are we? How are we doing? Okay. I'm going to light a candle and get the energy going. What's good, Nick? What's good? Mel. Hey, everybody. Let me tell you. I've been trying to come live since about 11 something. Okay? I had some unannounced, which what's worse than unannounced people, really? What's good, everybody? What's worse than unannounced people? Every time I took 3 steps to go to work, somebody knocked on the door. So we are finally done. What's good, entertain me? And I can sit down with you guys. And we can set the intention. What's good, Ruby? We're going to set the intention and see what's happening for the week. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you for the love, guys. All right. I feel like, whew, what's good, Meg? Hey, everybody. What's happening? Okay. Today, since 7, I've been running. So I am glad to have this time with y'all. Just move this to the side. Let's move these crystals. So, Benito, baby. Benito, baby. That was beautiful. I think it was the prescription that we needed. What's good, Go Live Vegas? Okay. If you are looking for an agency, this is my agency. I am under Go Live Vegas. Aaron is great. And if you're having trouble with your page, you definitely need to hit him up. But yes, Benito, that show yesterday, that was something. I absolutely love that, and I love the inclusivity of all of the Spanish-speaking nations in that one. That was really, hats off to him. Okay, so this week we have a lot of energy going on, guys, and there's a lot of astrological changes that are headed towards us, okay? On the 13th, we have Saturn that is going to be returning into, thanks guys for all the love, greatly appreciate it. He's going to be returning to Aries, okay, where he will be there for the next 3 years, okay? On the 17th, we have an eclipse, a solar eclipse in Aquarius, and we're going to get to see what the axis of the North Node being in Aquarius is going to look like, because that's coming for the next 18 months. So this energy around the 17th is going to give you a window into the next assignment, the short-term assignment, which is 18 months, okay? And we're starting a lot of cycles right now. Okay, we're starting a lot of cycles. Neptune will be joining Saturn at 0 degrees of Aries on February 20th. And I just heard Ralph Cramden, bang zoom to the moon, right? So yeah, it's a fire, a lot of fireworks. Okay, we're also under Chinese astrology. This would be, hey everybody coming in, thanks for the love. Under Chinese astrology, we would be starting a fire horse year also in February. So what am I saying? There's a lot of fireworks type frequency, right? This year is supposed to be the 250th anniversary, right? Or was that last year? Either way, expect a lot of explosive information coming in over the next week. Okay, what's good, Miss Clara? Okay, a lot of shifting energies. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to take one card for the collective. Okay, we're going to see what the overall frequency is for everybody, and then we're going to get into the individual elements. Okay, Spirit, can you show me, please, a collective card for everyone within earshot of this reading? Can you show me a message that the collective needs to know right now? One card, please. Totemet Puma, Power Awakening. Okay. Also hearing Sleeping Giant. Okay. I take personal questions, but they are at the end. Hey there, Ethereal. I take the questions at the end, and you must be a follower. Okay. But if you listen to your element, I promise you, you will get your answer. Totemet Puma, Power Awakening. I am Puma with you. I awaken the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and precision, my fearlessness and decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred medicine to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. So, you know how last year was all about not going outside? And that was like the collective energy. Well, this year is not gonna be everybody gonna be outside this summer. And that could be applied to a lot of different things. Okay. Thank you for the love, but that's the energy I'm getting. Everybody's going to be outside for one reason or another this year. One way or another. I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you one way. Right? Okay. So here's the prayer. Puma, spirit of the sun, fire of the earth. You are fierceness and intelligent use of power, embodied in sacred feminine form. Your presence awakens the power within my soul, and I leave doubt and fear behind. I am patient. I am determined. I shall not be swayed from my purpose. Procrastination and hesitation are no longer part of my way. I embrace your gifts for the greatest good. With your certainty, I find my conviction renewed. It is not a question of if, but a question of when. My spirit attainment is inevitable. So be it. Golden fur, shimmering copper in the sunlight, heat pulsing beneath the skin as waves of contained energy are ready to be channeled in clean action and at the right moment. Lean and powerful muscle, watchful steady gaze, no thought or distraction, just pure focus. The power rises within. The moment to leap is here. Action, aliveness, the wisdom of bold aliveness without hesitation is within my soul, and I claim it. Okay, so I told you, fire horse year. We got a lot of new beginnings. There's going to be a fire in the belly. I feel like a lot of yous can feel that pulsating. It's like palatable under the skin. Okay, let us begin. Happy birthday, Aquarius. We are in Aquarius season. We will be starting with the air signs. Okay, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Let's get it. Let's take a look at what is going to be the blockage for. As I said, I take questions at the end and only to my followers. Okay, so you must be a follower and you must wait till the elements are over. Spirit. Can you show me for my air signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North Node as well. Can you show me, please? Main female, poverty, and mature man, all in reverse. Okay. So I feel like there's not going to really be a shortage of money for the air signs right now. I feel like you have opportunities to make money right now. Okay. Now, there may be a little itch in your pocket. Okay. Maybe you need a little more restraint when it comes to money. Okay. Mature man and main female in reverse. Okay, male or female, there could be some energy of those of you that are in a relationship or were in a relationship. There could be the energy of like somebody who wasn't acting mature or not living up to all their responsibilities. I feel like this has caused problems. Okay, I feel like there's a shift now in what is required or what you want to be required, what is part of the contract or the rules. There could be those of you in relationships, there could be a shifting around responsibilities and finances. Okay, there could be also clearing of debt. There could also be let's say you're single. Okay, it could be based on your past experiences that now what you require in a committed relationship may have more to do with equanimity or everybody pulling their weight or giving their fair, right? Because not everything has to be 50-50, but everything has to be fair. And there's a difference. And sometimes we have to learn the difference between that. So let's say if somebody's making 80,000 and another person's making 20,000, them splitting the bills 50-50 isn't really fair now, is it? Right? So it could be things like that. It could be the type of job you're doing. If the job is paying you what you're worth, you could be assessing that. You could be looking for a new placement. This is the devil here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you already faced some things. Hey, my love, you already faced some things that you've had to deal with in the past. Okay. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I feel like you've had to take the hard way in some situations, feeling left out in the cold. You learn to questions are at the end, my love. You've learned to have to handle things on your own, but now it's giving you a foresight as to how you want things to be in the future. Spirit, can you show me, please? It's like some new situation that you've been through that has changed your perspective. Spirit, can you show me, please? So you have the Emperor out here with the 9 of Pentacles, okay? Thank you for the love, my loves. Okay, so this could be, thank you for the gifts. Okay, thank you, Ethereal. There could have been a conflict with a boss, or this could be you becoming the boss to pay the cost. Okay, you got the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Cups out here. Okay, so I feel like you've decided I feel like the fire in your belly, you want independence, financial independence. There could have been an experience that made you question whether you were really financially independent. You could have been on your own, but financially independent is another thing, right? Ten of Swords. It was through a betrayal you learned a lesson, okay? Whether this was brought to you by a boss, a relationship, something like that, okay? Where there was maybe not enough financial security in something and you learned a valuable lesson, okay? Let's clarify these. I feel like now, whether this was through a relationship, whether this was through work or whatever, you want to be your own boss. Even if this means that you are starting a business on your own, or you're investing differently, or you're finding a way to not be in need again. Six of Pentacles, I also feel like you're saving in a different way, okay? And I also heard scared money don't make no money, so there could be some risks associated with how you're going to go about planning for the future. Spirit, why is this Emperor here? Emperor with the Magician, okay, has something to do with Aryan energy, okay, Saturn and Neptune, okay, something you could have learned through that. Saturn and Neptune being in Pisces that showed you, you know, where you maybe you were sleeping on yourself, or you wasn't looking at situation for what it is. I feel like the knowledge you learned in the last couple of years, let's say between 8 and 3 years, has shaped how you want to move forward, and it's going to be how you take action towards that new future. Please hold questions to the end. I do questions after I do the elements. Okay. So the Nine of Pentacles is here. Spirit, why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The Nine of Pentacles is here. The Mother of Knives, which is your queen. See, I feel like you were already independent, or at least on your own, but whatever situation arose showed you the holes in your system. Okay? Thank you for the love. Okay, something showed you the holes in your system, and it's like you're making adjustments. It could be a divorce, it could be anything, a loss of a job, right? Something that you didn't plan for, obviously, right? And after that, you know, I mean, it might have felt humbling. Like, I'm always on my game. How the fuck did this happen, right? Knight of Cups is here. Spirit, why? With the Moon and the Six of Knives. Also, you may have been used to a particular type of lifestyle, okay? I feel like you, it's not like you squander your things away, okay? But something happened that was unexpected. Something happened that was unexpected. And I feel like you found your way out of that situation, or you are presently doing that. But now it's like you want to course correct, okay? So you got the Seven of Cups out here. Now, I think the problem comes in that although you have the fire in your belly about making your own way or being your own boss, you may have some confusion about how you should go about doing that. I think that is the problem. Spirit, can you show me? And it comes out with the Ace of Sticks. You got an abundance of passion. Five of Baskets. You may feel, let's say you're of a particular age, then you could be saying, well, I wish I would have had this passion and this foresight earlier. I would have been more successful. The chances probably passed me. No, stop thinking like that. You're putting limiting beliefs above you, okay? This could be like, oh, I have the knowledge and I have the passion, but I have no capital, right? Five of Baskets. There's crying over spilled milk, but the Five of Baskets also means that there's assets or two cups in front of you that you are overlooking, okay? And then you have the Knight of Cups. There is somebody that wants to assist you. This feels like a daughter, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Son of Baskets, okay? And what you might think is a little thing is a lot. You may not understand that it could be a little push that you need, not a whole bunch, okay? Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. Okay, so 3 of Baskets. There's going to be something that occurs that solidifies, it's an event. It solidifies the drive or the method, the path that you're going to take to go after this, okay? A lot of you are going to start businesses. Okay, a lot of you are taking control back, your power back, okay, so that you can, no matter if you're in a relationship or out of a relationship, that you never find yourself, quote unquote, with your pants down again or with not enough resources necessary. Okay, you got the Ace of Wands here. Spirit, why is the Ace of Wands here? Ace of Wands comes out with the 6 of Sticks. Okay, a 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles cross, which is telling me that you had given a lot of times your last and didn't save for your own rainy day. Okay, and you may not have received reciprocity. Okay, here's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, but now you're getting like an entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, and then the 7 of Knives. There could have been a deception that you believed that you didn't have what it takes. Okay, 3 of Coins. Somebody's going to have a word with you. Absolutely correct. Somebody's going to have a word with you. And it's going to be a true word, Ace of Swords, okay, about the future and about what you can do, what you will do. It's about stop like, it's almost like you have the passion for something, but your fear is, it almost makes you talk yourself out of it. I'm going to clarify this 10 of Swords. Let's just pick these up right quick. But that's definitely what I'm getting. Spirit, what's with this 10 of Swords, please? Ten of Swords with Judgment and the Page of Pentacles. So what is Spirit saying? Somebody betrayed you, or they underestimated you, or they did something that exposed the weaknesses in what you thought you had built as a structure of support. And what it was is like something final. So like this could be getting fired from a job, a divorce, whatever, like I said, right? But it was brought to you by Spirit, okay? Whenever you see the Judgment card, it's something final and it's something that's brought to you by Spirit, right? And what was really given to you, although you might have seen it as a betrayal, was an opportunity. Page of Pentacles, okay? An opportunity, okay, to plant a seed towards something that you really want. And that is to be the boss that pays the cost, okay, to give yourself financial freedom, maybe start a business. It is to not feel vulnerable to outward circumstances, whether you're single or in a relationship, okay? And I feel like that's what this next cycle is going to be like for you guys. And that's what I have for my air signs, okay? So next is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, pull up. Let's take a look at what's going on for you guys. What you guys got coming towards you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What can my water signs expect, please? Can you show me, please? What is it my water signs need to know? Spirit, can you show me, please? What is it that Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio need to know right now? You're welcome, my love. Cancer, happy birthday, hon. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Can you show me, please, what is the challenge they will have this week, please? Gift. Message. Coming out cross, okay? There's something maybe you didn't hear a response, okay? Spirit saying it was meant to happen that way. There's a reason why you didn't get a response, okay? Imprisonment, you could feel restricted by said lack of message or whatever. Wealthy man with thoughts, okay? And distant horizons. There is the spirit of wealth or the spirit of something coming towards you, okay? Main female, okay? High honors. Now, this feels like an opportunity for something. You guys could be getting an offer, okay? You could be getting an offer like, oh, we have a promotion for you, or, oh, would you like to start this business with me, or, oh, would you like to, it feels like an opportunity. Would you like this free training program? It feels like an opportunity. Okay. Now, you could have been waiting on news for something and you could feel very restricted, but I feel like this is purposeful. Spirit says, be patient. Okay. It is coming. It wasn't time. Had you received it earlier, it would have caused something that maybe that you don't know. Like let's say you was waiting on a job offer 3 months ago. You're like, why didn't I get it? Or they gave it to somebody else, right? But in those 3 months, right, had you taken it, right, there could have been some complications in another section in your life that would have conflicted that, right? Now things will be more in alignment, okay? It could be something like that. Spirit, can you show me, please? What is it that my water signs need to know, please? What is it that they need to know right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. There's conflict or something, okay? And then you got the ancestors here. Death and transformation, right? And 6 of Sticks, okay? Which is like a victory or attention. All eyes on me, right? Spirit, what else? We have here the 2 of Coins. So there's a win coming your way. I feel like the win has very much to do with how you purport yourself. So okay, all right. Spirit, can you show me? So this win, it feels like proportionate to the choice that you pick. I'm going to explain. So let's say, water signs, that you feel emotional about something that you wanted to happen sooner or that you felt deserving of before or whatever. And I feel like you're going to have an opportunity either with this same person or in another area to get your lick back. Okay? Now, some situations, they don't really call for a lick back, right? Sometimes you stay silent, the person notices themselves, and then they take acknowledgement of this, okay? I feel like Spirit's judgy right now, like judgy Judy, okay? And Spirit is basically saying, like, do you take the high road? What road do you take? Because your reward is going to be in direct it'll be a direct reflection of the high road or the lack of the high road that you took, boo. So Spirit said, act accordingly. Okay. Now that doesn't mean let people just get up, do whatever the fuck they gotta do to you without a response. But Spirit's like saying, like, don't get over your skis or don't, feel like I got one better for you, because then that's not proportionate, right? And so then that can affect your reward, right? See? For your opportunity that seems to be already on its way to you, okay? 4 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a desire to get a lick back against somebody. Maybe they get on your nerves the way they talk. I don't know. Five of Wands. Why is this? Look, you might not, like their judgment. You might feel like, they're very opinionated or they're problematic, right? Maybe they rub you the wrong way. Maybe you work with this person. Maybe, you have always a quick-witted response. Seven of Pentacles. But see how that somehow there's something missing from the equation. Something that is not being contemplated. Thank you for the love, okay? Something that is not being looked at, okay? Ancestors. Why is the ancestors here? Why is the ancestors here, please? Can you show me? Why are the ancestors here? With the Five of Cups, in reverse. You might be like, shit, I don't like you either. like maybe somebody gives you shade, right? What's good, I want, right? I don't like them either, so ain't no love lost. So you ain't gotta butter me up, Buttercup, because I'm good with it. Like, right? I see you, right? Again, but Spirit's like, but do you have to engage? Do you have to engage? Six of Wands. Spirit, why? Why is the Six of Wands here for my water signs? Because the Nine of Swords here. Okay, so the victory with the Nine of Swords. Okay. I feel like there's something here about conscience. And I feel like maybe somebody took some shots at you that they didn't need to take. I feel like you might really want to take a shot back. I feel like it feels to me like you would do yourself a greater service by allowing somebody to see the error of their ways than trying to push it in their face, okay? You got the Two of Coins here, Spirit, why? With the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups, okay? So I feel like you're not going to have to deal with this situation long term. So by trying to get a lick back in a situation, you're actually, it's like throwing rocks at a glass house, right? They'll say, well, don't throw rocks when you live in a glass house, right? But the other thing is that when you throw rocks, you can't keep your hands clean. You can't. There's going to be dirt on them. So even though this person might be in the wrong, do you want to, if they're not going to be in your situation long term, do you want to make new karma for yourself? Let them take their rude ass. Ease on down the road. Why should you muddy yourself up with engaging in this frequency? Okay? Gullah Jack, which is the Hangman, comes out the Two of Pentacles. Maybe that's the test for you. Can you gain a new perspective and recognize that this person's making karma for themselves? Why would you join them? Okay, you got the Moon here. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe they want you to throw some rocks so you could be just as dusty as their ass is. How about that? Okay, with the Eight of Swords is here with the Moon, right? Because then when the Moon can be jealousy and hidden emotions and things and all the things that we hide from ourselves, the subconscious, right? Eight of Swords, making a prison of our own making. So right now, if this person is doing that to themselves, why would you want to join them? By creating that yourself, okay? So you've got the Eight of Cups here again. This is the ability to walk away from something. Comes out with the Seven of Wands. You could just say, I'm going to take the high road because I'm better than that. And let them make their own fucking karma. Right? And let them also live with the fact that you didn't stoop to their level. right? Speak softly and walk with a big stick, right? You just did that, okay? And because look what they're doing. They're just chopping themselves down. And they're hoping that you'll match their energy so you could chop yourself down too. And then they can feel like you're down to their size. Is that what you want, water signs? Okay, to give as good as you got, 6 of Pentacles, you got a shot for it. You could do it. You could do it right now. All right, Queen of Wands. And you'll feel powerful and magnetic. But in the long run, will it serve you? Will it put more coin in your pocket? Will it make you more independent? Or will it just keep a cycle going? And Spirit wants you to look at that, okay? Or can you find other ways to take action? One of the best revenges is doing well, babes. How about if you put that fire into yourself instead of into this conflict? Because somebody wants you to do that so you could be down to their level, okay? Because when you do that, your frequency will be off, right? And like I said, the best revenge is doing well and being happy, babes. Okay, so that's what Spirit has for the water signs. This isn't about, oh, well, you know, if I do something negative, then I'm going to hell. Those are, you know, antiquated thoughts. It's not about that. We're just talking about karma, creating karma in this here life, right? And how does it serve us to be in a vibration that doesn't bring us into alignment with that what we want? Okay, so that's what I have for my water signs. That means fire is up. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, pull up. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Let's take a look at what is coming in for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yes, frequency does matter. Frequency in some ways is all that matters, okay? And when we're not in alignment with that what we want, we're going to get that which we are in alignment with. And so, do we want to invest in every conflict? Probably not, okay? But yes, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's take a look at what Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius have coming towards them. Hey, big sis. How are you, my love? Spirit, can you show me what is it that Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius need to know right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Can you show them, please, the challenges that they have ahead of them this week, please? Can you show me, please? What is it that they need to know right now? What is it that they need to know right now, please? Can you show me? Courthouse. You came right on time. There you go. Mature man and poverty. Okay. So courthouse is up. There could be some kind of legal situation or official paperwork. You could be waiting on something to be official. Okay. Mature man coming out cross. Okay. And then also poverty coming out cross. Okay. If this is about a child of yours, they could be getting to like graduation, okay? There could be like some hard head, make a soft ass, okay? This could be you. Maybe there's been some long-term instability or a situation that keeps repeating itself, like an eviction or something like that, okay? And there's some like a lesson being learned at this time, okay? I feel like you're not 100% out on your ass. However, there could be some push-pull or ups and downs, okay? Or let's say you're waiting on a disability, like for the paperwork to be final. I feel like something is just out of reach. It may not be time yet, okay, but it's on its way. We're going to take a look. Spirit, can you show me what is it? Some of you could be a separation, a divorce, okay? financially a hardship, but it could be short term where you know it's going to be short term. Like, oh, I know I'm going to be approved. However, when it comes in, I'll get the money for this or whatever. But right now it's not there. Okay. So it's something like that. Okay. Spirit, can you show me what is it that fire signs need to know right now? What is it that the fire signs need to know right now? What does the fire signs need to know right now? What do the fire signs need to know? What do the fire signs need to know right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. King of Pentacles, the Fool, Four of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. 3 of Cups under that with 7 of Cups. There's something unknown, something you're waiting on. Okay, it feels like it's connected to money. But let's say you have the money, but you're waiting for an apartment. Or right, or you're holding on to something, you don't know if you're going to get approved, right? Or this could be something that the system is giving you, like a Section 8 or something. Okay. For another somebody else, could be, this is very specific. But like, let's say that you already had all your ducks in a row, but like the building that you were in, God forbid, but like had a fire. What's good, April? Right? And so now like you're waiting for them to give you like something so you can move or something. It feels like you're waiting on some official paperwork, okay? And it could be related to money. It doesn't necessarily. 2 of Swords. There's an unknown factor, in an unknown equation in this. Okay. King of Pentacles. Yes, please like and share, please. Please do follow. Spirit, can you show me King of Pentacles? Why is this here? Why is the King of Pentacles here? With them bones, okay? So I feel like it is connected to money, or at least to your stability. I feel like normally you are, thank you for the gifts, Ethereal. I feel like normally you may move a lot faster. I feel like you're slowing down right now. I feel like maybe some of this isn't on necessarily your time, like for you to decide the timing. But what I do feel is that you're being more cautious. You're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Okay, there is some anxiety connected to this. Okay, with the Fool, it is a new situation. You're starting over in some aspect. Okay, where you live, where you work. Okay, 8 of Pentacles with the Fool. Right, how you work towards something. 5 of Knives. I feel like you're not going to take no for an answer. And although that may be normal for fire signs to take actions or something, I feel like you're doing it more in an earth sign way, which is you're outlasting, outwaiting. Okay? Spirit, 4 of Cups, why is that? 4 of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So, somehow you got in a situation that necessarily felt daunting. It felt like you didn't really want to make that decision, but now that you were forced to make a decision, you're standing on fucking 10 with it. Okay, you've chosen your road and you're not gonna weeble wobble with it. You're like really standing on fucking 10. Okay, and it's making you feel like you got the wind at your back, like, you know, that is your Queen of Wands. Okay, I feel like the closer you get to reaching whatever this is, whatever this official thing is, the more like magical or more inspired or more driven you feel. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, it feels like you know you're onto something now, like you're very close. You can almost see the horizon. Okay, or you can see the finish line. Spirit, can you show me? Right, 8 of Sticks, but you're waiting on some kind of communication. You're waiting on something. This could be a letter, an email, something. Okay, but you're not giving up. And there could even be like another meeting that has to take place, or something, that an interview, something like that. Okay, with the Garden. Okay, I feel like you know this is, it's my turn to see what I can see. I feel like in the past you may have made judgment mistakes. I feel like you're not doing it this time. Okay, I feel like you're being more reserved, more cunning, more like more precautious. Okay, let's look at this 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which I love that for you. What's good, Jennifer Boyd? Okay, at the bottom of the deck, what do you get? The Free Man. So you get in the 10 of Pentacles and a new beginning, and the 7 of Sticks. Okay, I feel like your diligence. Okay, even when you didn't want to do some shit, your diligence is about to pay off. Look at that. And there goes the Father of Coins too. And I said to you, I said, you're moving in a different way. You're moving more like the King of Pentacles. Okay, there also could be a King of Pentacles in your life. I feel like the more determined you are, the more fixed you are on the end game, and the more restrained you are, controlled you are, the faster this is coming in. Spirit says within 8 weeks. Okay, within 8 weeks, you're getting that one thing that you were waiting for. So that, let's say if you were waiting for, a Section 8 letter, you're going to get that within 8 weeks. It might still be like another 4 weeks before you find something or whatever, right? It just feels like there's a step. You're going to advance a step. Okay, within 8 weeks. That's what I feel for my fire signs. Don't give up now. Don't switch directions. Okay, you're like right there. Okay, I know that you might feel a little anxious because it's been a little minute. Okay, but you're gonna get rewarded when Saturn, and that's happening soon, February 13th. But I feel like within 8 weeks you get some notice that something is moving on to the next waypoint. Okay, that's what I have for my fire signs. Okay, and earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Pull up. Let's take a look at what we got going on for my earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, can you show me what is it that Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to know right now? North Node, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What do they need to know right now? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, please. What do they need to know right now? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Can you show me, please? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North Node. Toil and labor coming out crossed, okay? Great fortune coming out crossed, right? Adjudication. And main mail. Thoughts at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you've been putting in some work, but maybe haven't been getting the results of your work. Okay. You may feel like you're being underpaid, under rewarded, okay, under supported, undervalued. Okay. With adjudication, something is up for review in some way. Okay. Main mail. Them bones. there's a decision, there's some action you're going to be taking shortly. I feel like there's the cavalry is on its way, or there's something. Okay, you could still be trying to, with this thoughts card, trying to see a way out of a situation. Family room, this could involve family. Okay, main female. Okay, you could be dealing with a lot. Maybe there's a lot on your plate. Okay, I feel like you may feel like that the reward versus the labor, or what you're doing or what you're having to put in, or whether you're being rewarded for that, could feel like it's evading you right now, or you're just trying to get by. Okay, Capricorn cusp. All right, so we have here at the bottom of the deck is them bones. Spirit, can you show me, please, what is it that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn need to know right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What do they need to know right now? Can you show me, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do they need to know right now? 8 of baskets. Okay, so you're either walking away or walking to something. Okay, with the 2 of Pentacles cross. Okay. I feel like you're walking in a new direction. Walking in a new direction. However, there's a crossroads, or there's a fork at the road. Okay? There may be more than one way. Judgment is still at the bottom of the deck. There may be more than one way that you could go here. Okay? Spirit, can you show me, what is this about? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and North Node. Okay, so now you have out here the 8 of coins. Okay? It may feel like hard work or what you're putting in, and the 9 of knives, okay? Sleepless nights and anxiety, whatever it is you're invested, okay? You're invested. Father of coins, that is your king, okay? 2 of knives, and the big house, and the page of coins. An opportunity is coming towards you as well. However, it feels like you've been like with a load on your back. A breakthrough is coming. Okay, Aunt Caroline, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the 4 of coins. Now, when this breakthrough comes, Spirit is saying slow down. Okay, one more, Spirit. And the Magician. Okay, at the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Swords. There's some sadness to this. Okay, so it may also be that you could be dealing with a lot, and then you're not also getting in this. Feels like you have a lot of responsibilities. You may not be getting the moment to really like process something, because you have the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you could be fighting for something too. Okay, 8 of baskets, 7 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, right? So there could be a level of dishonesty about somebody around you. Okay. Okay, this could be why you feel like a heavy load. Okay, with the 8 of Cups here for my Earth sign, Spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Can you show me, please? You have the Star here. Okay, so you are headed towards a soul contract, something that you are destined to do, fulfill, something like that. Okay, with the 3 of Wands. Okay, so it has to do with the future, a responsibility. There could be Aquarius of importance, right? The 10 of Swords, it can feel very heavy. Okay, 2 of Pentacles, you know, maybe other people wouldn't do it, or you're not sure if you can do it, or something. Okay, there's also the 5 of Cups here. Okay, so, you know, crying over spilt milk, or some sadness. Okay, the 10 of Swords, right? So this tells me that you're confronting something, dealing with something, a heavy load. Okay. It may not feel fair. Okay. You've got the Two of Pentacles here. Spirit, why is this Two of Pentacles here crossed? Okay. So here you have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Could involve the mother, or maybe you're the mother, right? And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Being left out in the cold, and there really could be something that only you are experiencing, or you're experiencing on your own. Okay. The new beginning. Okay. This could be a new journey that you're on. Okay. King of Pentacles. You may have a lot of responsibilities on you with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you may have the financial resources to deal with something, or you will soon. And the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, which is Taurus. The Four of Wands. So I feel like there's a lot of responsibility that's falling on you right now. It also feels like something about hope and faith. Okay. You could be fighting against the machine, or against something, against the inevitable or something. Okay. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. With the Empress. Okay. So whatever you touch right now, you may not recognize, but you are magnifying, multiplying. Okay, you may feel like you don't have enough, like things aren't going to work out, or something like that, but it is actually justice. Okay, I feel like you've been doing a lot with little. Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. I feel like there's somebody around you who's very concerned about a collaboration, or they're concerned. It feels like they're concerned about something here. It feels like unwarranted. Okay. Five of Swords. I feel like this is something. So it's like when somebody, it just feels like somebody could be accusing you of something they would do, or something like that. Nine of Cups. Okay. Nine of Knives. I'm sorry. I feel like the fact that you are operating in Empress energy is like, you know, why things are being multiplied for you. Thank you guys for the love. Okay. So what comes out? So you might have anxiety, okay, because there's someone who maybe isn't wishing you the best, or something like that. But you got the Ten of Cups with the Three of Cups and the Fool. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be all right. There's an event, and it's coming shortly, next 60 days, it feels like, that is going to solidify a new beginning. The Moon. Okay. And deep desire. Now, this conflict with this person, it's like they're going to get the recompense for that. Okay. You've been worried about that, but I feel like it really falls on them, not on you, or something. What is this Magician about? You have here the Page of Wands crossed. Okay. Somebody wants you to make a mistake. They want you to do the wrong thing. I feel like you're aware of this. Okay. Chariot. Okay. They're trying to block you from moving forward. Okay. But you have the passion, and the wind, and the wheel is at your back. So something's moving forward, even though somebody wants an obstacle for you. And it will be injustice. Okay. The Knight of Cups. I think that somebody's questioning your decision making, your kindness, your ability to want to be kind or something, but it's based on them. Okay. Prison of their own making. Okay. and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're aware of that. I feel like you're allowing somebody to their own devices. Two of Pentacles is here. You're going to be making a decision. Ten of Swords. What this person has done, what's good, Rach, is they have shown you their intention towards you. And now you can't unsee it. You've seen the truth. Ace of Cups. Okay? Five of Cups. There's a little bit of sadness because it's almost like this person wanted to believe something negative about you and now you're aware of it. Okay? Why is this Three of Knives at the bottom of the deck, please? So let me see something because I see something right here. I'm going to check something for you guys before I say what I'm about to say. Yeah, I fucking know it. And it's of the same deck. Okay. So what clarified? Thank you, my love. That's wonderful to know. Thank you for being a fan for 300 days. I greatly appreciate you, my love. You have here, we had just talked about the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, right? So you can't unsee a truth. This is somebody that you love, that you care for, right? And now that you can't unsee it, like you're not going to be able to get past it with this person, whatever this is, whatever they thought you were going to do, that's really a reflection of a projection of their own sentiments, right? And so what comes out? The Ace of Pentacles crossed. Could be about money, doesn't necessarily have to be, okay? But you also had the Ace of Wands come out earlier. You've got all four aces, okay? I feel like this one's coming out cross because it's telling you to be careful who you invest in and if they would invest in you. You see that? But you got all four aces, earth signs, okay? You also had the Wheel of Fortune. You also had the Empress, okay? The Fool, the Ten of Cups, the Justice card. I mean, this is one hell of a good, and the Star. Okay. So I feel like things are really turning around for you, but the price was that you had to see people's true intentions towards you. And I feel like that's the part you can't unsee. And I feel like there's some sadness around that. Okay. But in the end, a blessing is coming your way. Okay. That's what I have for my earth signs. Okay. So now I can take questions. You must be a follower. I'll take a couple on TikTok and I'll take a couple on YouTube. I will go back and forth. Please do write your questions now. Spirit picks the questions in the order that they choose. You must be a follower. I will be checking. And begin. I do this every Monday. It is your opportunity to get a free question answered from me. Okay, let's see. Okay, Susana Fernandez. I'm going to take you right after Rach because she has been following. She's a super fan. 300 days. So I will take you right after Rach. In regards to my marriage. So stick around, Susan. So I don't know if in your relationship, this person's been acting funny, okay? Like they want all the attention or something like that. And maybe you felt like they were betraying you, or maybe they said, I need, my space. That's going to turn around. Okay, because you got the Temperance card here and the Three of Wands. Okay, this person's going to find out that, things aren't always as good as they seem. This might not even have been a separation. This could be like somebody at work coming in and, oh, my great life. I went through a divorce 6 months ago and I'm so glad that I did because I'm dating and this and that, right? And then you guys have a fight and then this person starts mulling dumb shit over in their head. I feel like it's short-lived. I feel like it's just like, oh, what was I even thinking? Strength card. Okay. You see, there goes the confusion card. Like they're like, it's a stupid daydream and it's toxic as hell. Okay. And if you are in a little bit of a tussle in your relationship, I feel like after Valentine's Day, things will get a little smoother. Okay. Susanna, are we supposed to fix our marriage? Am I supposed to fix our marriage? Wheel of Fortune, Cross, Death card, Six of Cups. So you're not supposed to fix it in the present form that it is. Okay? So it's death and transformation. Look, I want you to see. Wheel of Fortune, it says no, stop, drop, and roll, right? Why? Death card. It did come to an end, right? But you're going to come back together. The problem here is that some things along the way have been forgotten. The things that you did to fall and to be in relationship have gone away. There's also aspects that maybe that was years ago and that was a better reflection of what was needed then, but now that's not what's needed. Okay. Hey, James, stick around. Okay. So my point is that there's certain parts of the relationship that have to be revived. There's other parts of the relationship that need to be scrapped and start over. And so the reason why you've had this, because it's time to tear it down, to rebuild in a different way, and only keeping certain aspects. And what can I mean by that? Let's say you first started out both working day shift, and now one works day shift and one works night shift. The schedule and the way that you did it before might not fucking work with the lifestyle you have right now. Okay, so Spirit's saying there needs to be some analysis of that. Okay, that's what I have for you. Let's see James's question. James, are you a follower? Okay, you must be a follower here. Netherlands, I'm going to get my driver's license this year. It will be my second time. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see, James. And YouTube, you guys can write some questions. I will go back and forth. It's okay. Spirit, can you show me, please? So I don't know if this is the written or the driving part, okay? I feel like you're going to get a woman instructor this time. Okay, you need to be less nervous, also more rested, okay? But yeah, you're going to get it. Okay? And if there's like some, let's say that you have 3 weeks, right? And you got really, really nervous last time. Maybe you want to take $40, $50 and go rent an hour of like driving lessons, right? Of an official person. Because a lot of times those people, they know exactly what the driver test is going to look like. And so we could know how to drive, but we don't know what it is that they're looking for in the test, the full stop, the right. So I feel like that could probably help you greatly, but you are going to get it. Okay. Spirit said maybe invest a little money in it. Okay. Adrena. Oh, Adrian. Will my house sell at auction very soon? You'll be up next week. So I actually get that, yes, it will sell very soon. You might be a little upset because it might go so fast that you could have made more money on it. Okay. But it's going to happen. Okay. And if there's somebody with you who keeps trying to talk you out of taking the money, don't pay them mind because they could talk you out of a blessing. Okay. So don't allow that to happen. But Ace of Cups, right? Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know if this Three of Cups, it feels like an event. If there's a foreclosure happening, you may walk away with a little bit for yourself. Not as much as you wanted, but it'll clear what you needed. Okay. Let me go back up. You're welcome, James. Hey, Nessa. Okay. Okay, Nick, you're up, babes. You're welcome. Do you see Adrian getting clean and staying clean in the near future? Let's take a look. You're welcome. And I do this Mondays, guys, okay? And this is a no fluff, no bullshit, no blowing smoke up your ass type channel, okay? I am doing yes or no today. Must be a follower. Okay, and I'm going back and forth between YouTube and TikTok, okay? Will Adrian get clean? Spirit, can you show me, please? Have hope and faith, okay? Spirit, show me. Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Fool. So I don't know. They're free today. So I feel like part of the problem that Adrian has is sometimes they make poor decisions. They could have a sweet personality. This could be the third time they've gone into a facility or a program. Okay. I feel like the third time is the charm, or the third shot. Doesn't mean that it's been 3 years or whatever. This could be like the first place decline them, or okay. Temperance card and the Page of Swords, okay? So this could be a spot telling them that, nah, you came here, you wasn't really dedicated to this. We feel like you're not a good candidate for this program, and they block him, okay? But I feel like another spot is going to say yes. I feel like it's more of a facility. This person may say that they can only do it with you. You have to, recognize that this is not your responsibility with the Queen of Swords, okay? Two of Wands and make them do their own decisions. Six of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. It's going to be difficult, but yeah, I think they are going to do it this time. Okay. But they may have to get a no first. They may have to feel like they lost something first to really put, because so far what's been driving them is to have somebody fighting for them, and they have to learn to fight for themselves. Okay, that's what I have for you. Okay, Nick, I'm on it, honey. You're welcome. Spirit, can you show me? So some time alone has made somebody reconsider if they made the right decision. At first they thought they did, didn't they? They could be an Aquarius, Ace of Swords, a Magician, and the Star card, okay? Page of Cups, okay? And the King of Wands and the Page of Swords. Okay, so let me just say this. They miss the attention. They do not want you to move on. However, they could go back and forth. You got the 8 of Wands here. And what could be communicated to you is that it's at their desire. Okay, so it's kind of like, we're doing it, Temperance, we're getting back together, or nah, because what's good, we're not going to keep doing the cycle. Okay, and I'm not a bank to help you deal with shit. Okay, with the truth, are we in or we out? Okay, either we got it to do it or not, right? Either I'm the boss that pays the cost, and that you're right, or I'm not, right? And I feel like that is what is happening, and this person may need a little more time to consider that. But I feel like they're not really ready to let you go, if that makes sense. So they may need some time to recognize that. And I don't know if that's brought about by you, being right there. Maybe absence helps the heart grow fonder. I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk to them, you shouldn't be around them, but that you shouldn't fill in every blank, because that's how they're noticing that they need you around. Does that make sense? Okay, that's what I have for you. Okay, Nessa, Jalissa, will Daniel get back together? Hang out, April, you're next. He could be a water sign, okay? But he doesn't have to be. Okay, there could be something about his emotionality and how he uses that when he's angry. Okay. Yeah, and he could use that as a reason to behave in certain ways. Okay. 6 of Wands, but really he wants your attention. Okay. And don't be fooled. Don't let him fool you. Right. Here's the Ace of Wands, right? So this could be a method of getting you to comply with certain things, and the 7 of Cups by keeping you like disoriented. Okay. The Ace of Cups because you love this person, but you need to find some stability and go to calmer waters so that they can, because it feels like very reactive, like trying to, you could say in one sentence, they could be trying to give them a compliment. In the next sentence, they could be trying to make you feel the way they feel, right? So it feels a little bit emotionally manipulative. Like they could be more honest about how they feel, but they would rather show you rather than tell you. And that could leave you thinking a lot about what it is. And this could be purposeful so that way they can have control. And there goes the King of Cups again. It's like the way they operate emotionally is not really beneficial to you right now. That's what I have. Okay. So I think they need to get more serious or more honest about how they really feel. Okay. April. Pursuing my premonitions or healing, I feel torn. Spirit, can you show me, please? Can you show me, please? There is a wound, 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It also may cause financial wounds as well. Ace of Wands, okay? It also, come on, baby, light my fire. 9 of Cups, okay? So when things are going well, you're off and you feel motivated. Other times, though, when something goes wrong, whether it's in love and money, it zaps your frequency. 4 of Pentacles, you don't go all in. 10 of Cups, okay, is here. Love could be your kryptonite, right? Like something wrong in your relationship, you don't have energy or something like that. And the 4 of Cups, Spirit wants you to look at, like you could be like, okay, I'm starting to get premonitions and I'm unraveling some things, except that you utilize it more when you want something. And not only that, but you get to see that you actually, things actually do come into you, but you're not regularly giving even energy to it, so it's not consistent. And it's also like you're being untrue to it, because you should be doing it on a consistent basis, not just when you're feeling confused or you're feeling upset or you need something to go your way. Spirit wants you to cultivate this because it's what you need to do and not because of situations that could be occurring. And then once you do that, you will see more progress. Okay, I was just answering questions. I'm going to take like 2 more questions and I'm gone. Okay. All right. So they just wanted you to be more committed. Oh, it's good. Silent Queen. You're welcome. I think I pretty much answered everybody's question. I am going to go check on my mom and make sure everybody is good. I am wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys. Bye, my loves. Bye.